Hello friends, welcome back. So in this session we will learn about the system class of a lang package. System class represent your system, represent your current system. You can get this information about your system by the system class, and the system class is the final class of your Java program. And you cannot create the object for system class because the constructor is there, that is private. Only one constructor is there inside system class, and that constructor is a private only. In that case you cannot create the object for that class. All the methods and fields are public static, because you cannot create the object, then how will you call the methods of system class? You can call the methods of system class by static context only, because all the methods are public static and fields are final. 3 fields are there only, 4 fields. These 4 fields are there. This one is an input stream. Input, if we want to take any input from keyboard, because the default input stream is pointed by the keyboard. Keyboard input stream is pointing to keyboard, default input stream. If you want to change the input stream you want to take from file or from some channel, that also you can do. You can change using this set in method. Set in method, you will just give input stream. In that input stream, your input stream will be starting listening. And one more is there, that is out. So many times we have used, like system.out.println. We have seen what exactly system is a class. Inside the system class, system.out is a one variable. Out is one variable field, that is a static type. So that's why we can access with the class name only in static context. So system.out, inside out, see, out is a one print stream type object, that directly pointing to your program console, where you are executing the program. It is pointing to that console. And out is the variable name. So inside a print stream, print method is there, println or print method is there, print or println, and that will take an object type parameter and it will print that object into the console as per your toString method implementation. Whatever toString method implementation, because internally it will apply only .toStrings only. Error is similar only, because both are print stream only, but why they have given the name as different, because this will print in black color font. This will print in the error, means in red color font. That's it in your console. If your console you are using in an IDE, then you will see. So let's see first these 3. Okay, suppose here, see, if we see here, system.out.println we have used here. System is a class, out is one static variable inside system class, and inside out variable, out is a type of print stream type, and print stream has a one method println, that will print program started. And this is, we are using error, because out and error both are print stream only. That's it. That to tell your compiler whether this is an error. So I want to print this as an error, so please print that in red color, like that only. This is default color. Okay, when I run this one, you will see program started, error to show. See, same only, error to show. If we use, then it will come into red color. And println, again enter name and program ended here. That's it. So this is all about this 3. This is all about these 3 fields, these 3 fields. Module layer you can leave, that is not much required. Actually you are developing some graphics design, and in that case that module layer that will be useful. We can ignore that one, no issue. Next one is a set in. Set in one method is there. Set in one method is there, static type, that will be used to set the input stream. What exactly the value of default input stream? Default input stream is pointing to your keyboard. How? We have not seen this in. Okay, we will see this one now. So these 2 are there. Now I am using here input. See here, system.in. This is actually input output package. You can ignore this one, no issue. This is I am just creating this one to take input from your keyboard, that's it. Or you can use scanner. If you want to use scanner, SCANNER, scanner SC is equals to dot new scanner, new SC. The scanner is also SCANN. Scanner is also there in UTL package, so not that one. Scanner is equals to new scanner. You have to give here input stream. Input stream we already have. If you want to create some input stream, you can create that one, but we already have this one. You can give, and from this scanner SC dot read scanner dot next. Yes, when you go for this one, it will ask some input, string type input, like that you can use. Or you can use buffered input stream, no issue. Whatever you want to use, buffered reader you want to use, buffered reader you can use. Okay, so this is input stream. System.in is a type of input stream only, and default input stream is what? Input stream is a resource. It is a pointing to a resource that will give you the input. Who will give you the input? Keyboard will give you the input. So this input in is pointing to keyboard by default. You want to change, you can change that one by set method. Okay, so buffered reader. From this buffered reader we have created input stream reader by passing this input stream, and we are reading one line, and that line we are printing here. Suppose I will give you this as a line. This is a line. Okay, entered line is this one. So I will run this one, and you will see it will ask. See, now this program is asking me, I have to enter the name actually, and enter name or enter line, anything. Suppose I will give here enter line. This is related to this one actually. Yes, enter line, that's it. Okay, now it will ask for the line. Suppose I will type here hello world, hello world, welcome to the Java world, welcome to the Java course, something like that, and I will press enter. After pressing enter, I am printing the same line. The line value will be collected into line variable, and that same line I am printing. You can see here. Yes, see, hello world, welcome to the Java course. So this is about this input stream. If we want to change, default it is pointing to keyboard. If you want to point to some file, some network or some channel, anything that you can give according to your choice. Input stream you can supply. We will learn how we can create this input stream, what type of input streams are available. We will see this one. Print stream, if we want to set, that is also from java.io package. See, java.io package. In input output package we will learn what is input stream, what is print stream, what is print stream. Okay, that we will see. We can set this one. Default, this out is pointing to your console, your default console, and in is pointing to your basic input stream, basic input device, that is keyboard. This is pointing to your console. Error is also pointing to console only. And we can set these three with this static, public static void set method. Using this one we can set console. If some other console, if you have appended to your program, it will get, otherwise it will give null. That is different. We can leave. And this is also network related, input output network related, that is network related. If you are transferring files or you are transferring bits through some channel, in that case you can use this channel. That is, we will learn when we will learn this NIO package. This is a network input output package. IO package is different, that is input output, basic input output. NIO is input output related to network. Okay, so this one we will see. Security manager, you can leave this one. In security manager, if you have associated any security manager into your server, it will give that one. Or if you want to set, you can set. If you want to get, you can get using this one. Okay, and the next one is get current time millisecond. Yes, that's what is this one. You want to get time. Okay, I will comment this one. I want to get time milliseconds, in milliseconds, and long times is equal to system dot out, system dot get, okay, time in millisecond, current time milliseconds, current time milliseconds. And if I print this one, you will see what exactly the value of this time, what exactly is the value of this time. Yes, this is the number. Actually, from this number you can, this is a milliseconds, complete milliseconds. You can calculate from this one some time. Okay, this is the milliseconds in times. Okay, and another one, next one is nanoseconds. Yeah, you can get nanosecond also. This is a millisecond, this is a milliseconds. If you want to get in nanoseconds, that also you can do. Nanoseconds, nanotimes. Okay, but undefined types, system dot nano times, what exactly the return type? Long only, no? Nano time, okay, yeah, that's it. So default, now this will be in nanoseconds, okay. So this is all about, this is nothing but the times only. Times will be in nanoseconds, times will be in milliseconds. That's it. Complete milliseconds. All will be seconds only. This is all seconds only. Milliseconds. Sorry, nanoseconds. In like that will be milliseconds. Complete seconds. Everything they will be hour, month, year, day. Everything that is calculated in seconds only. Okay. That is current time second, that is required, that is array. You can copy array from this to this one, from this to this index, something like that. Suppose arrays are there. If we create two array, int a is equals to array we have created 8, 9, 6. This is one array, and so system dot out dot print, system dot copy array, copy array. So if you see copy array, and you can see here the documentation, this one, copy array, copy an array from specified source array beginning and the specified. Suppose here we have given one array from this one to this one. Here some suppose source src, the source array is means a. Okay, source array is a. Destination position, second one is destination position, from which array, from the next array, from which one you should start. And the third one is the length of length is negative, argument is negative. Okay, so how exactly it is copying? So here copy array, this is the source of array, source is a, we have defined source is a, and the destination is b, means we have to copy the value of array a to the array b. We have to copy the value, but not complete array. We want to copy some value, and inside the destination we want to store that value into the some specific location. Suppose what exactly it will do, if I give here 1, it means what, or I will give here 2. So from the destination array, so from the source array, 2 means from the source array start taking from the index number 2, means 0, 1 and 2. This is a 2, and in destination array you start inserting from the third index. And how many elements you want to store into the destination array? Suppose 4 elements I want to store. So now if I run this one, and you will see, oh sorry, I have to print. Okay, I have written one downside method, print array b, because a is that only. If you want to print a, I can print a also. You can print a also. Okay, a and b both we are printing. Oh, it is coming into same line. Okay, wait, system dot out dot print ln, or you can give new line, that's also fine. Okay, so now if you see this is let me run again. If you see here, this is first array 8, 9, 6, 9, 3, 4, 11, 8, and this is the second array of 20 size. This is the size is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 only. Second one we have taken the size as a 20, and what we are copying from the destination, we are starting from the second index. Second index is what? 0, 1, 2. Second index is a 6. Okay, from the source we are starting taking element from second index. Second index is starting is a 6. Okay, and inside destination array we have started inserting from the third index. So 0, 1, 2, 3, yeah, this is a third index, and we want to store 4 elements. So 4 elements from 6, 9, 3, 4, 6, 9, 3, 4, remaining will be 0. So like that we can use this copy array method of system class that can be used to copy. Identity hash code, that is we can leave this one. Get property means what? System property means, suppose system, what exactly system name, what is your operating system name, that is a system property. What is your user path, so like that. What is your so many things like that you related to your system property you want to get. So that one you can get with this property, system property. All the properties you want to get properties, all properties will come. If you want to get any specific properties, that also you can get. I'm just commenting these one because that we have seen. Okay, so yes, so this one. So I want to get the property name of OS name. OS means operating system name. What is operating system name? Like that. Linux, like that you can get, we can get property, or all properties if you want to get, we can get in this way, you can get in this way. This is the properties, this is the properties, this is property, you can see. So this will return a properties only. Inside that properties, one keys are there, you can get all the keys. Properties will be in the form of key and value, key and value pair, key and value pair. So here you can get all the keys from the properties, you can get all the keys inside a set. That we will see, what exactly set means. It will be not holding the duplicate values, we will see that in util package. And inside that one we can iterate this one, this set we can iterate, and using this key we can get the properties. In that case we can get all the properties, and if we want to get some specific properties of about your system, that you can get through this method, get a property. Okay, the next one is line separator. Line separator means what is line separator? Suppose line separator. Line separator, like that you can use. Okay, that is different thing, that is now one is not much use of this one, but if you want to, you can use. This is giving a line separator. If you want to separate the line from 1 1 1 1 1 1, for different operating system they are using, some of they are using pipeline symbol, like that they are using. In Linux operating system they are using this symbol. Okay, line separator. Yes, actually this one is similar to this new lines only, line separators. Okay, the next one is okay, set properties. If we want to set some property, we can set, later on we can get, that is up to our choice. For that one, set properties is there. Get property, that we have already seen. Get property is same thing only. If you can give two key, or clear property, you want to remove the properties, you can use clear property. You can give that key name here, and you can clear. Environment, what exactly get env environment? Get environment is nothing but it will return your environment variables. Suppose like your path variable or your executable files path, it will give all the paths, actually environment variable, all the environments variable it will give, all the environment variables it will give. Suppose we once we installed Java, we will set one environment path. In the same way, so many environment paths will be there, and so many environment variables will be there. So all the variables and value it will give for using this get environment. And here you can give specific. Okay, yeah, all it will give from here, get environment, all key value pair. See, map, this is a map only, map of a string and string. We will see this one, what is map of a string and string, means keys are all keys a string and value is also string, it will give that one. If you want to get any specific value of your environment, you can get that also, maybe we are getting or not, I don't know. Yeah, okay. The next one is environment logger, get logger. What is logger? Logger is nothing but to log some record. Actually, when your application using, you want to log some record into some files or somewhere, so that you can easily read that one. That's why logger is required. Logger API is also there inside Java. We will see that logger API, but other than logger API, inside system class also one logger is there. You can use that logger also, no issue. System.get logger, by you can giving the logger name, and logger will give in this way. See, this is information. If I give information, then it will come as info. This is information. Let me run again. information. This is information because I first time level. Logger has some level, information level, error level, warning level, severe level, like that. So many levels will be there. So this is info level. Info, it will come in this way. Severe, this is a severe. Warning, this is warning, like that. Logger, if you want to use, we will see this logger, what exactly logger means. We will see that in our logging API. Logging API is there already. We will see in that API. Okay, this is just basic logger they have given in system class. Next one is exit. What does it mean of exit? If you want to exit your program, see, suppose this is the last statement. No, this is last statement in our program. Inside this one, not this one also. Here, see, error to show. After that one. So now if I run this program, what it will come? What happened? Okay, yeah. So what will the output? Program started. Error to show. Program ended. What if I will, before I will exit, before to this one I will type here system, system dot exit with 0. Exit with 0 means with no error. Now it will come. Now it will not come. Program ended by, because before to only I am ending the program. You want to end application at any point, you can use this statement. Your Java application you want to end at any point, you can use this one, system.exit. Your application will be exited from the environment, from the execution environment. It will be exit from that one. So this is the meaning of exit only. Okay, the next one is GC is nothing but garbage collection. You want to run garbage collection, it will run automatically, you no need to run at all. But if still you want to run, you can run. Garbage collection is what? Some very objects are there in your memory, but you want to remove that object from memory, you can use garbage collector, because that objects are not going to be used. In that case, you can run garbage collector. Run finalizer is nothing but before to suppose garbage collection, you want to run the finalization ones on the method or on the objects, because inside object finalize method is there. So you can run this finalizer. If you will see the documentation, you will come to know. Run finalization, yes, this one. See, run the finalization method of any object. All the objects, finalization method is there. Finalize method is there. That method you want to call separately for all the objects who are going to be removed from the memory. So you can run this method, run finalization. Calling this method suggests that the Java virtual machine expend effort toward running the finalize method of the object. Finalize method will be there inside your application, in your Java program. Suppose this is a person class. If you see this person class, if I want to override this finalize method, I can do that one. No, see, this is finalize method. I want to do some finalization task here. I want to do something here. Anything, no issue. System dot out dot println dot println, okay, person finalize, like that I am writing here, okay. And I have created here person class. Suppose here I have created one person class. Person is equals to new person. I will give some name A, B, C, or okay, RM, okay, no issue. And after that one person is equals to null, because this method is now eligible for garbage collection. Now what I am doing, system dot finalize I am applying here, system dot finalize I am applying here, but it is not calling, it's not calling. It is up to the it will not the guaranteed that it will call, your JVM will call, because JVM is know that there is no memory issue. GC also we will try once, garbage collection. Yeah, see, it's calling person finalizing, because person object is not no longer is going to use here. I am assigning null here. In that case, your finalization will call first that one, and after that one you are calling GC. Before it, that should be the sequence. First you should do the finalization and then you should do the GC. It will call like that. That's it. Okay, so that is about the finalize and garbage collection method. Okay, the next one is load. Yeah, that is to load the library. To load the library. Library means what? Any native libraries that you want to load into your program, you can use this one, but hardly we will get this type of requirement. And there is a one static block also, that is also map library name, that will also do the same thing. Okay, and this is a static block to initialize these static fields, because no other way that how by default it is initializing to your input keyboard using that static block only. Okay, so this is all about the system class. So I hope you like this session. In the next session we will see runtime class. So I hope you like this session. Please subscribe my channel and we will see you in the next session. Till that, bye bye and thanks for watching.